Hey, honey.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, everybody. I'm Fen, and this is Retro Reviews, a review show where we go through my copious amounts of gaming books and other gaming paraphernalia one at a time. And to keep me from rambling, we have Laura.
Hey, everybody. So to keep us on track tonight, I'm going to ask a list of questions.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so the first question, what are we reviewing tonight?
Dungeon Magazine number 112.
Okay, where did you get this magazine?
Another B. Dalton bookseller.
B. Dalton's in Prescott. Do you want to give us a quick synopsis of the adventures?
So, there's only one adventure in this. This is the third. This was published in. Shoot, I don't have the actual date here. 2004 July issue. So this is celebrating 30 years of Dungeons and Dragons. D&D came out in 1974, so they were having their big 30th anniversary celebration. Everything was talking about the old stuff, and this magazine only has one adventure in it. It is Moreau Castle. This was written by Gary Gygax, and is set in his Greyhawk setting. It's also got some an article that was written in the precursor to Dungeon Magazine, Swords and Sorcery and War. It was it was War Games Digest was the precursor to Dungeon Magazine, Dungeon and Dragon Magazine. So it's got an article, Swords and Sorcery and Wargaming, written by Gary Gygax in 1974. It was designed to introduce wargamers to the idea of D&D, and also worked as a little, like, if you'd like to buy this game, please contact TSR. So,
Of course.
so the magazine itself, the Moreau Castle, it's for levels, for up to 12th level, well, for level 12 and higher. The classic first edition adventure was written by Gary, and this has been updated by Robert J. Kuntz to use the third edition rule set. And it really is something that would be good if there's a classic Gary Gygax dungeon progression campaign where it's all ones that are written by him. It's the Temple of Elemental Evil campaign, which starts off with the village of Hamlet, and then goes into against the slave lords, against the giants, the Drow series of books, and finishes up with the Demon Web Pits. But the Temple of Elemental Evil slides into there. This can slide into if you want to do the classic Gary from 1st to 18th level dungeon adventure. So, that's what else I have in here for notes. Okay, so one of the things I will say, as a Gary Gygax adventure, Gary loved to test his players, and even updating this to the newer rules, this is still going to be a meat grinder adventure, very similar, but not as deadly as the Tome of Horrors, which is the quintessential meat grinder. There's 9 new magical items that were introduced into this. 6 of them are all minor artifacts, something that requires somebody to be level 20 or higher to make. There's also 9 new monsters. 4 of them are demons. They're stuff that basically were in the original one but never got reintroduced into 3rd edition, so definitely some stuff that was like lost through the editions in this adventure. So, yeah, that's all I got for my notes.
Okay, cool. What are you planning to keep from this?
This is actually one of the issues I plan on keeping keeping in my collection, because I really do. When I got a D&D crew that I know we can meet once a week, and really want to dive into that Gary Gygax Classic campaign, I do want to run this. Run the whole campaign. Like, we're starting at the village of Hamlet, we're going to the Demon Web pits, and possibly going to stop off at Moreau Castle and the Tomb of Horrors along the way. It's going to be the whole thing of like, if you have a character from that you started at level 1 that makes it all the way through this, awesome. If not, you're probably going to be on like the whole thing of like, it's not the original adventuring crew that started. They've recruited and filled in some dead characters that have died along the way.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, those are all my questions.
My question is, okay, seeing how this one does look back on the history of D&D, and I believe I've only got one more dungeon magazine to talk about, so I've only got one more adventure really to talk about, set of adventures to talk about. So let me know down in the comment below, what was your favorite published D&D adventure of all time, the one that you love running, the one that you go back to as a DM for inspiration. What's your favorite published D&D adventure? Leave that in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.